What is it that you see in Joe Biden that tells you he is unfit? I hear you using the term cognitive decline, but tell me specifically, what do you see?
Well, I see the same thing that everybody else in the country sees. And I've told people before, you don't even have to be a physician to really see this anymore. I think that I see him being very slow, being frail. I see him being forgetful, confused. He shuffles when he walks. He's got an issue with his temper now. He's very short-tempered now. All of these things are physical and mental manifestations of cognitive decline that's related to age. And I think that a lot of people will know this. A lot of people see this because a lot of people have had relatives that have had the same issues, and they've seen this happen to family members. And so when they see Joe Biden, they're like, I've seen that before, in an aunt, an uncle, mother, or father, or something like that. So I think that that's what's going on. And I know the rigors of being, of this job physically and mentally, what it takes to do the job as president. You have to have a lot of endurance. He doesn't have the endurance right now. We can see that they really slim his days down. He doesn't start very early. He finishes pretty early. They roll him out for short periods of time. This recent overseas trip, he'd just been to another overseas trip, and they said they had to split him up into 2 trips because they didn't think that, he would be able to do them together. It would be too long for him. And a lot of that was based on his age, and they even openly admitted some of that. So I think that his age is a really big factor right now. And unfortunately, you can get away with a lot of different professions and jobs and not be at the top of your game, but being president of the United States is not one of them. I mean, we need somebody who's at the absolute top of their game, and he is not at the top of his game.
You think he will not make it through the end of his first term?
Well, I don't, Will. I mean, look at kind of the way he's gotten worse as time's gone on, just since he's been president, and I think that it's just going to continue to get worse. Unfortunately, the natural course of this type of issue, the cognitive issues that come along with aging, is they get worse with time, not better. And you have fewer good days and more bad days as time goes on. And I think we can already see that happening with him just in the year and a half that he's been president. I mean, it started in my mind when he was a candidate. And that's when I first started making the call that this guy may not be, cognitively fit to be our president. I mean, I think he had a window where he could have, probably been, he could have been president. He was, he had his abilities about him, but that window's closed. He's too old now. And I don't see him making it the remainder of the time.
Will always honor the bravery and selflessness and sacrifices of the Americans who served. I will once more return to the hollow ground of Yad Vashem to honor 6 million Jewish lives who were stolen in the genocide, and continue, which we must do every day, continue to bear witness. To keep alive the truth and honor of the Holocaust, horror of the Holocaust, honor those we lost.
תודה לנשיא המדינה ולנשיא ארצות הברית. Thank you, President Herzog and President Biden. ועכשיו, קהל נכבד, honored guest,